So welcome to our YouTube channel LemonTopper on our initiative Master Vocab 30. So now let us look for today's article from the Hindu newspaper for March 14, 2026. Okay. So, and these are the important articles that you must be going through from today's Hindu newspaper. So, from the front page regarding the center set aside 50,000 crore to offset the global headwinds, uh, and the coming onto the editorial page, it is the price pressures regarding the inflation and duty of care regarding vaccination, and then Washington consensus. So there was an article by Shashi Tharoor, and then the India-Canada turnaround, again on a positive note of bilateral relationship, right? And the deliverables. So recent uranium contract, so that was signed, right? And from the ground zero, so the people caught in the crossfire in under the Iran and US Israel war, right? So other articles regarding the removal of chief election commissioner, and then regarding there was an article regarding the Lokpal, and then so there was another article regarding the pandemic agreement. So and then regarding the LPG imports, right? And then the joint military exercise between the India and the Seychelles. And then there was another articles regarding the paid menstrual leave. Okay, so how it hurts the women careers, and then sand mining in the Chambal sanctuary, right? And then so bill to define, there was a bill to define the transgender person. So and then from the business page, it is about the US launches the first examination into India and other 59 other economies over the forced labor, right? So if your exams are serious about the current events, so both national and the international events, so you must be reading all this news from today's article, right? And for today, let us focus on one editorial section. So it is duty of care. So regarding the compensation for the on the vaccination, right? So there was an article regarding it. So let us see for the list of words from this article. Right. First is it is evading the responsibility. Evading means trying to avoid taking the responsibility. Right. Next, vaccination. You know, it is a vaccine, a bioproduct given to protect against the disease. Right. So directive means it is an official instruction, and no fault compensation. There was a term called a no fault compensation scheme. So this was the main core in which the article dealing about, means that providing compensation for any harm caused after the vaccination without requiring of a proof of negligence, right? So adverse event, which means an unexpected medical effect following the treatment, so you are giving compensation for it without any proof. Okay, right. Immunization means the making a person protecting against the disease COVID-19. So you all know it is caused to an infectious disease or a pandemic caused by the coronavirus SARS-CoV-2, right? And campaign, it is an organized effort to achieve a goal. And fault-based liability means so the legal responsibility that arises only when the negligence or wrongdoing is proven. Fault-based liability. No fault means there is no need to prove the negligence, right? Then writ petition means that a formal request filed before the court for the enforcement of the legal and the constitutional rights. Serious injury and allegedly means that something claimed to be true without a proven evidence. Then you know that vaccine, a biological product, so that develops immunity against the disease. So immune means it like a protection against a disease that can resist the infection. And next, there was a technical term, it is thrombotic, which means that a blood clot, formation of the blood clot. And you see, we are parallelly given the meanings in Hindi as well. If you find difficulty in English meanings, you can straight away go to their respective Hindi meanings, so that you can easily cover the newspaper either through understanding in the English meanings or through their Hindi meanings, right? So next, let us go for this next set of words from the article. So rare complication means as a uncommon medical problem that occurs from a treatment. Contented means you're trying to argue or claiming strongly. A mechanism to compensate for the wrongdoings, for the a relief for the harms or the loss. So harmed means causing an injury, damage, or an negative effect. Resisted means opposed, and compensation policy means that a framework outlining how affected person will be paid for the loss or the injury caused by an operation, or here it is any adverse effects of the vaccination. Voluntary means so done by the choice rather than a force on or obligation. Then sue means taking the sue. It is means that taking the legal action, right? And civil court means that dealing with the some compensation or property issues. You can say it is a civil court. Then the other is an criminal court, right? Rejected means refused to accept or impractical, which means that very unrealistic, in this non-practical, non-workable. Challenges means the obstacles that require effort to overcome. Emergency vaccine approval means, which means that a temporary authorization given to the vaccines for urgent use during the public health crisis, which was occurring during the COVID-19, right? See, we have provided meanings for each and every possible word which an aspirant as a beginner might be looking for. So the coverage here is from a beginner's perspective. Hope you get the point on covering even a very basic word like harm, voluntary, rejecting. So everyone know it, but we wanted that the aspirant must not look for any words other than this from the article, right? So that is the idea behind the Master Vocab 30. The next set of words, emphasizing means giving special importance, and then acknowledging means so recognize the existence of the truth or of something. Rare instance means something very uncommon or infrequent. Rare means uncommon or infrequent. Vaccinating, undermine means weaken the authority or damage something or gradually. Coincidental means happened by chance, happening by the chance, not because of the direct cause. A coincidental, to meet someone, so you can say that way, right? So immunization, that you have already know it. And vaccine injury compensation, so that is the idea of this article, non-fault compensation. Claimants means who seek compensation. Negligence means failure to take proper care. Plausible link means a reasonable or a believable connection between the two events or in factors, right? So no fault mechanism, you know that giving compensation without the proof of wrongdoing, right? See, the idea is not about the memorization. It is to help you to finish each newspaper article in a short span of the time with the meanings either through English or through Hindi, right? So that is the idea behind the Master Vocab 30. So, and the remaining set of words means the doses administered, which means that the number of times the vaccines are given to the people, right? Pandemic means a disease outbreak that spread across the countries. So, pandemic, COVID pandemic, a novel coronavirus. So legal vacuum means absence of clear laws and regulations. So something vacuum. Directive means official instruction. Adjudicating means a formal judgment or a decision given in a legal matter. Next is fault-based liabilities. Precedent means a legal and earlier legal action used as a guide for future cases, right? Vaccination drives, you can say the organized campaigns to vaccinate the people. Affirming means confirming. Endorsing means giving approval, right? And last, medical intervention means the actions or the treatments taken by the healthcare professionals to protect the health here, right? Interventions means the actions taken to achieve a goal, right? So these are the list of the words taken from the article today, duty of care. And so now these are the other important articles that you must be going from today's newspaper. So it is, it is not duty of care. We have dealt here itself. It is price pressure, right? Regarding the inflations. Next is the fate of the Washington Consensus, which is about the liberalization, globalization, and the deregulation, privatization. So all those things, what the outcomes of having such consensus. So there was an article by Shashi Tharoor sir, right? Then so again the bilateral relationship got a new turn around between India and Canada, and then how Indians are caught in the current Israel and the Iran war, right? So, and for meanings on these articles, you can directly go to our website called, that it is lemontopperstudy.com. So, where you find the meanings in both English and Hindi as well. So, you know that the website is lemontopperstudy.com. See, if you find the YouTube video is time consuming, yes, of course, it is time consuming. So, you can directly go to our website called lemontopperstudy.com. So, where we upload meanings every day by 11 a.m. So on the portal, so you can scroll and get the meanings straight away from the portal every day by 11 a.m. Right? So it is LemonTopper study. So and that's all for today. So if you have any doubts and clarifications, please comment on the video below. So we will try to reply soon. Right? So that's all for today, guys. Keep learning. Thank you. Bye.